Hey guys, Dave Baggs here, and I am back from my vacation. I'm tired, I'm well rested at the same time, if that makes any sense to you guys, but I've been itching to make a video since the second day that I went on vacation. It's the truth. I mean, it wasn't easy for me, guys, to not be able to respond as often and as quickly to some of the feedback that I've received, but I hope you guys can bear with me. I did the best I could, but now that I'm back, let's get right into it. Okay, so while on vacation, I saw one of the comments on my videos where I was called a console peasant. It's not a big deal, guys. It's really not. Now, I've seen this. I've seen it used quite often, just like the fanboy comment that I mentioned before, and I see it often as well. So I figured this might make a good commentary. So let's talk about it. All right, so I have a question for you guys. What on earth is a console peasant? I mean, if a person plays on a console, how does one determine if that person is a peasant? I mean, did you somehow tap into their finances and come to the conclusion that if a person plays on a console, they don't have the money to purchase anything but a console? People have reasons why they play on consoles, okay? Many of the reasons I mentioned in past videos, so rather than beat a dead horse, class begins. For those of you individuals that use the term console peasants rather loosely, all right? I personally can afford a PC. I can afford a high-end PC. Now, guys, I'm not bragging, but I do have enough money to buy a solid PC if I wanted to. But as I mentioned many times, guys, I enjoy playing console. It's as simple as that. Now, if you guys need to know the details as to why I prefer console, I'm going to go ahead and leave a link to that video that I did a couple of weeks ago explaining why I prefer console gaming, and it may open your eyes a bit and you might understand the reasons. But yet people like me that decide to play on a console are considered peasants to some of you guys. I know in many cases the term console peasant isn't just an attempt at insulting people, but rather a friendly joke. I get it. But for those that do use the term console peasant to be rude, insensitive, ignorant, and simply flat out childish, well, I got news for you, Jack. I don't need your approval to play on a console, man. Other people that play on a console certainly don't need your approval either. So keep bringing your clever and overused console peasant talk to the table because you can't stop me, brother. You can't prevent me or anybody else from enjoying our experiences on our consoles. Now, at the same time, there are people who can't afford a good PC because their parents are not as well off as yours, or maybe they themselves are struggling financially. And now when you use the term console peasant, you do come off as a rude, disrespectful, childish, and simply put, an ungrateful, spoiled little individual because you can talk down to people who might be dealing with real-life struggles and they simply just want a game on anything that they can get their hands on. Again, the term console peasant is used many times as a joke. I get it, guys. I mentioned it before. But as an example of one comment that I saw one kid write to another kid based on his profile description, he called the other individual poor because he played on Nintendo rather than a PC. Come on, man. I mean, that's seriously flat out disrespectful, man. And it just amazes me how many gamers use the forums, use comment sections and Twitter and Facebook to really bicker back and forth about all these different things. I mean, I brush it off, but it does make for good material to talk about in my commentary and simply ask the question, what is a console peasant? Well, if anything, guys, the amount of consoles I've played on in my 45 years of service to living on planet Earth, I'm not a console peasant, guys. Come on, say it with me. Say it with me, guys. That's right. I am the ultimate console peasant and proud of it. From the Atari 2600, Commodore 64, to the PlayStation 1, to the Xbox One, I am the ultimate, the world's greatest console peasant. And for all of my fellow console peasants out there, be proud, be loud in your peasantry, but most importantly, play your game. Enjoy what you game on and make no apologies and simply have fun because that's the name of the game, guys. The mic has been dropped. I've also had some people disagree with me and say some pretty disrespectful and ignorant things to me. That's okay too. Seriously.